our money, and trust me, I've made a lot of it, and I'm making a lot of it. But I'm selective. Servicing certain people will make them talk about me to where it matters. Does it make sense at all? So, very important. Start going for paid events. And I will encourage all of you here, make sure you get number of 10 people before you leave here. Because for them to pay to be here, they take it serious. They are serious-minded people, right? And there's a lot of values you can share amongst yourself. Is this important? Yes. Good. And please listen to each of them as they talk about who they are. Some of you want to go into e-commerce. You already have who can do your platform. And because you are all church members, there's sentimental attachment. It won't charge you ridiculously. So, same thing with all these other people who have said one thing or the other. So, please introduce yourself very well. Never shy at introducing. It's not pride to speak boldly and speak about who you are and what you can do. Of course, if you now can't do the job I'm giving him, you know, he has messed up at a higher level. So that's another thing. So make sure you can deliver. I have a formula and I want you to write it down. PV plus AV equals to CCF. PV plus AV equals to CCF. Perceived value plus actual value equals to consistent cash flow. Perceived value, in other words, the perception that people have about you, right? Plus you actually being that person equals to consistent cash flow. So what do I mean? Before I came for this event, Apostle Lawrence has a perception of me, isn't it? Now, my delivery is a function of my actual value. Does that make sense at all? And that leads to what? Consistent cash flow. So I believe for him is, we've gotten so much value. It's even why he said, no. You know, we must do more. There's more we can do with this person because there's actual value. Now, where many of us miss it, we have the actual value, but we don't have the perceived value. So truly you can do adire, but nobody believes you are the best adire maker in the world. So now, suddenly, nobody is patronizing you. You see the problem? You can be the best software developer, like in his own case, but nobody believes you are such a person. There's no perceived value that you can do the best software. So you are not making to the tune of what you should be making. Are we all learning here? You could be the best furniture maker. I'm doing estate all over. That guy could be the best furniture maker, but I didn't see him online. I didn't see what he has done before. So there's no way I could say, you guys get me that guy. There's one guy I saw, the quality of the furniture I was seeing him do. I think you can do something for us. So don't joke with your perceived value. People have to perceive that you can do it before they actually patronize you. It's just like, how many of you are women here? You are single. If you're a single lady, let me see your hands up. Okay? Let no guy deceive you. Oh, I toasted her or I asked her because of her character. It's a lie. The first thing that attracted him is your beauty. So dressing anyhow is a mistake. If you're a single woman looking for a husband, you have to look good. Because what will first attract him is your looks. When you now see character after coming close, character plus beauty. Chineke mo, lolo, one. Do you see? Are we together now? Yes, sir. But some women have the character, good women, but they forget the perception. And I don't need. So packaging, container plus content equals wealth. It makes sense?
Yes, sir.
So invest in your container. Invest in your packaging. Invest in your, even pastors, I consult for pastors. Right? There's a pastor I consulted for, I'm not going to mention his name. Everything turned around for him. And I mean, he was wise enough, came to me. Now he's a young pastor. If it's fire, and he told me, he said, if it's fire, man of God, I have it. But this money issue, something is what? Something is missing. And even in ministry, and I told him, I said, you have to work on your perception, else your honorarium will be low. Even as a pastor. Because there's a perception that determines the honorarium. Am I making sense at all? Even as a what? As a pastor. So what we are discussing cuts across every industry. It's not just a particular industry. People will always treat you based on how they perceive you. So please and please work on your perception. Because if he is really good at software the way he said, and I don't know him, something is wrong with his perception. And I hope he prioritized that more than what I will pay him, in the opportunity I'm giving him. Because that can make him a billionaire. What I will pay him, he will finish it in a matter of months. But what's more important is to learn how do you build a perception that will make people to even come close. And then your own job is now, when they come close, you don't disappoint. It makes sense at all? But if you don't build the perception to even get them to want to come, you see now, then it doesn't even matter how good you really are. God bless you. Next. Quickly, your name, what you do.
My name is Akintayo. I am an electrical engineer, and I have an electrical EPC company. It's essentially I do electrical construction, installation, and manutention. So, electrical house services, and also energy.
What is wrong with this presentation? Not audible, what else? Repetition, what else? Incoherent, what else? Boldness! Abba, this is what you've been doing all your life and you are talking as if... Boldness! You're a businessman. You must assume boldness. Timidity is not equal to humility. Two different things. You can be humble and bold. That's what I represent. Right? When I see you, I'm respectful, but you know that you know is an intentional respect. Does that make sense at all? I'm not timid in any way. Be bold. The Bible says the righteous shall be bold like a lion. Be bold. You're a businessman. You're a child of God. You have something unique. Even what you don't know, the Holy Ghost will tell you. So why are you approaching the marketplace like... what you don't know, you can pray and the Holy Ghost open it up. This thing, I didn't learn it in school, but I'm to solve this electrical issue. Holy Ghost, where do I touch? What do I do? Come on. Introduce yourself boldly now.
My name is Akintayo, okay? So I run an electrical engineering company, electrical engineering company. We are an electrical EPC company that means electrical construction, procurement, and also what we do is that we can do anything from electrical installation for you, maybe from high tension, low tension, and also your housing. So that's what we do.
Clap for him. He's improved, isn't it? So every entrepreneur must have what we call elevator speech, right? And the elevator speech must not be more than 60 seconds. And the goal of that elevator speech is not to sell, is to make you want to invite me for a longer conversation. Does that make sense at all? So we'll start with the next 3 people. The 3 of you come out and introduce yourself as an elevator speech. Give her the mic. Who is the next person to introduce himself? You come. Right? So face yourself. Introduce yourself to him.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Akintayo Victoria Blakim. I am a mass communicator and I have a brand called Korean Tire. I specialize on cakes and pastries, small chops, making donuts, and our snacks are freshly baked and they are very, very nice. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is...
Listen to his introduction and you're not interested in...
I'm into paint production, all kinds of brands, from emulsions to acrylics to whatever kind of paint, all paints. That is what I do.
Okay, so the 2 of you, let me do my own version. Right? What's your name?
John Achibo.
John Achibo. Hello, sir. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo. What's your name?
Pastor John Achibo.
Wow, wonderful name. Nice meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too.
So what I do is I help rich people make more money through real estate investment. Are you interested, sir? Simple. That's how to have an elevator speech. Straight to the point. Go into what they need. Am I making sense at all? And if you notice, I said in a way that because this is also where people miss it. And I'm doing real estate. Somebody mentioned that I sell land. I'm agent. What you are telling me is that I'm here to collect your money for commission. When you say you are an agent, that's all you have just said. Now, who is interested in someone collecting their money? But see what I told him now. I help rich people make more money through real estate investment. I'll put him in trouble. If he's not rich, he wants to pretend that he's rich. It's true of us. If he's rich, of course, he wants more money. And my audacity will make him to now say, here's my card, let's fix a meeting. That's how you introduce yourself. So you see a lot of you meet a governor. Yes, sir. I sell house, I sell land. That's what everybody is telling him. Am I making sense at all? But if I'm seeing him, I say, Your Excellency, I can make you wealthy to the 4th generation, even if you never do politics again in your life. Young man, see me in my office. Because that is what is worrying the governor. The day all these official cars go, the day all these allowances go, the day all these things go, what becomes my fate as a governor of the state? Does that make sense at all? But if I tell you, I'm selling house, we can sell you house, green and smart home, come and buy our house. He's not interested. So find your own version. I've given you my own version, which is I help rich people make more money through real estate investment. Find your version. That is so generic, anybody listening to it wants to say, oh, okay, give me your card. Let's talk more. I'm interested more. That's why it's called elevator speech. It's what you can say between 30 to 60 seconds that will make the person to want a broader and longer meeting with you. Does this make sense? Yes. The rest of you, when you are introduced, don't disappoint us again. You've gotten your expo. Right? Next.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I'm Dr. Akintayo. I'm from Akwa State. I'm a lecturer. I don't have a business, but like Abraham, I want to start in having a fine business, and I want to go global.
You're welcome. Clap for her.
Good afternoon, my name is Shirley. I'm a pastor, and also I can help churches and helping churches to keep their musical equipment and also supply what we can do in the system. I'm a farmer, fisher, to be precise, and I have a POS outlet in town.
My name is Gomi Adewi. I'm a pastor in the meeting. Amidst. I run a travel.
Go ahead.
I run a travel company. I serve both individual and corporate clients to solve all their travel issues or problems. I'm also a real estate broker. I help people to source for good lands that serve their future purposes. I'm also into production of water. I have a factory at Ota. So I'm into production of sachet and table water. I'm also into rentals of catering equipment. And also I'm putting together a cleaning services. Thank you.
My name is Eunice Ayomide. I'm a fashion designer. I make gorgeous outfits for both male and female of all age range. And I also sell packaged natural products like coconut oil, shea butter, honey, and I'm currently a nursing student.
Good afternoon. My name is Olatunji Bisira. I'm a teacher, and if you have an issue with your system, you can fix it. And also, I design websites.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mohamed Akonde. I'm a farmer with a well-knowledge in crop production, such as cassava, maize. I had a farm 2 months ago, which I bought and I started selling. I bought it at 2.8 million. And now I'm making 5 million out of the 1/3 of the whole farm. And I've also started my learning process in data analysis.
Who is interested in farming now? Right, and that's a good one. I love you giving that case study. Right, it's very important. Now, even if you're a farmer, you still want to consult him to know why he's doing it. Please, this thing I'm saying is important because we church people don't always communicate well. In the name of, we don't want to be proud. We don't want, so you are hiding your capacity. You are not communicating properly. So good one. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olaoluwa Ishola. I'm a graduate of aquaculture and fisheries management. I'm a core member, currently interning at Assessment PLC. As a graduate of aquaculture and fisheries management, I have a great passion for aquaculture and fisheries, which I've also been a data analyst for a certain companies like Fish and Farmhouse that deals with hatchery. So these have made me to have vast experience in handling hatchery processes and also how to have great return in fish farming, both having hatchery, juvenile, and the large sizes, even to a very table size of every catfish business. Thank you very much.
Next, quickly, time is going.
My name is Akintayo. I'm a graduate of Agricultural Economics and Extension Services. I trade crypto and also I'm into solar inverter installations and research. I'm also A+ CompTIA certified, so I do hardware and software computer systems.
Clap for him.
My name is Luabu.
Find out whether they are putting on the light.
Secretarial administration, and I work with civil service. But I'm a beautician by training. I own a salon, Bravo Beauty Studio. We are into health and personal care services, where we render services relating to massage, pedicure, manicure, everything. And this year, we opened our branch office where we sell basically wigs and any other beauty needs. And we also run beauty academies where we train people into beauty services. And we are planning to open opportunities to people who want to train beyond hair, but has to do with related beauty services. Thank you, sir.
My name is Akintayo. I'm a fashion designer. I'm based in Clothes, I make books, English and dress. So I started selling clothing materials when we started construction.
You started selling clothing material. You said you started selling clothing material. When? Okay, so that's the new business. And the participant of the convention are your clients. Smart one, correct. Okay, yes, sir. Let's start from the back. We can't hear you. You need to do better.
Animal study, my specialty production. Currently, I own a frozen food business called Eat More Frozen Foods. We process broiler, fish, and we package several.
Okay, my advice, you need to project, we're struggling to hear you. Okay, nice meeting you. Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm Kunzi Obey by name. I'm a teacher by profession. I teach at the Basic Private Secondary School. I do private own lessons. I make and do alongside my we make and sell Zobo to different events.
You can cover the blind.
And I want to start a business of my own. During the lockdown, I learned baking and professionalism during the lockdown. Then I bought some equipment, but because of teaching, and I'm not really good because I have some equipment basically, and I'm willing to learn and improve more on it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Mrs. Akintayo. I'm a retiree. I retired as a vice principal of a school in Lagos. If I'm being a pastor in the Bible Church, and presently I want to go into a business, and that is why we are called here. I want to know what I can invest on, so that at the end of the day, I will see something to follow up on. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I am senior academic. I am a consultant for G-Right International Limited. At G-Right, we help you to build and we help to design. So at G-Right, we design and we build the dreams.
You what? What did you do exactly?
We construct civil engineers.
Okay.
Yes. My name is Esther. I run 5-star affairs NGO.
Mrs. Banjo, please come and sit in front. Hello, let me clap for Mrs. Tony, please. Can we clap for her? Come and sit in front. Yes, go ahead. Because at least she's my proof of concept. So, it's important that she's here. And I'm sure she has a few things she can add. Please come and sit in front. Thank you, go ahead.
I run 5-star affairs NGO on Instagram and event planning company where I specialize both in corporate and social events. And I work remotely for a fintech company, customer support.
Clap for her. Do we have a board and a marker? Do we have a board and a marker? If we can get one, let's go. Just one person, I think. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Oluwa Sheikh. I'm a pastor in the university. And I'm a recognized surveyor. I've gone over 40 years.
Wow.
We have office in Lagos and Uganda. I was so far. I produce berry and plantain flour for our export.
Beautiful.
Good afternoon, all.
Good
My name is Pastor Owo, the pastor of the level church there. The retired permanent secretary now and the environmentalist. What do I do for people? I raise 3 students for them. Then I let them to clean the land. That's what I do. Kind of climate change. So mitigating climate change is very important. So
Tree planting.
Yes, this is for them, like cheap, like banana and others.
How about, do you do like garden? Are you experiencing?
Yes, like we don't call it agroforestry.
Yes.
Where we plant crops, edible crops with tree seedlings. I do it.
How about normal planting of flowers, just, horticulture? You are not into that?
What time doing that?
Okay.
Planting for people even on request.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of trees that can be raised, a lot of these flowers that can be raised.
Yeah.
Zora, ice plants, and that's like that. So I do it on request. I will do it for them.
Okay. So where's Joshua? He's gone again. So, John, please tell Joshua to link him up with Mr. Shola in case we need. He could help us do some horticulture in some of our estates. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samuel Olebi. I'm a pastor with Christian Elementary Church. I'm a farmer, I'm an entrepreneur, a product developer, and a beekeeper precisely. I keep bees to produce honey, and I have some users that are specified to the quality of our honey, which is NAFDAC certified and is export grade. And outside that, I plant cassava. I plant cassava. Though initially the cassava we plant, we don't convert it to garri. We give it to Nigeria distilleries to come and obtain. They use it for their production. But I've started thinking of diversifying, maybe expand the farm and go into production of garri because of the current situation of food shortage.
In Nigeria.
I can make my own money out of that scenario. So that is what we do. And I'm happy to meet you, sir.
Yes.
I'm one of the first subscribers of GTEX. I was using GTEX for mobile and the world.
Wow. Interesting. Is Apostle aware? Is he aware? You should tell him the story.
You don't know the platform I use.
Yeah, you should tell him. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a serial marketer with 17 years experience. I work with First Bank, I work with health engineering, and I work with USC Food. Presently, I'm an automated security marketer. We install CCTV, bank, protocols, gated barriers, and other security gadgets. Then as a serial marketer, there is nothing I don't do except prostitution and stealing. That's what I pride myself on. Yeah, I'm pushing the market for biogas recycling now, where we convert feces into gas. That's what my present project covers.
Okay, Joshua, link her. So there are two people you are linking with Shola. She's into biogas, and then he's into horticulture, right? So in case they need their services. But in our case, let her start selling for GTEX. And I mean, we do all expense paid trip and trainings and all. Okay?
I already spoke to the HR, but she asked that I move down to the
to move down to Lekki. Okay, we'll talk. I hope we have time. Go ahead.
I am a pastor. I'm a journalist, a member of energy, and also a writer. I build content for platforms for organizations for the publishing.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrea Kiara. Currently, I'm a veterinarian and a lecturer in Finland. I help people to manage their livestock farm, new and existing one as well. New one, if you want to set up a new livestock occupation health and safety professional. I want to go into business, knowing very well the importance of workplace clothing. I want to go into business of workplace clothing, getting the right clothing for different professionals, and then into contractual staffing agency. Most especially these laborers, when we want to get them, people just get them very quickly. I want to have a staffing agency whereby anyone that wants get manual laborers, we can train them and then be able to supply them as laborers.
Okay. Clap for her. What's the time now? 2:35. 2 p.m. to 3. Okay, Joshua, remind me once it's 4. So we wrap up here.
Thank you, sir. And thank you all for the team today. I am the first professor of fish genetics and biotechnology in Nigeria. My name is Professor Akintayo. I'm a J1 scholar of Ohio State University in USA. To the glory of God, I'm a consultant, I'm a researcher, I'm a lecturer, I'm a businesswoman, and God has really helped me. I'm a consultant in so many universities that your lecture today made me to understand that I have been wasting all this consultancy, that I should have TikTok, I should have
Yes.
And I have a water factory in Abeokuta here. I have a boutique, and with so much.
Prof.
The glory of God. I'm part of the accreditation team of last project. That was the last year. And to the glory of God, they don't want to leave me now because the institution has been changed to associate. That is, have been transported from polytechnic to university. So, as I'm seeing you, sir, you are young, but the time is coming when you are not getting younger again. So, therefore, I desire that I withdraw or I retrieve that red meat from you and I replace it with fish. Talk about catfish, talk about tilapia, also and in Nigeria here, by the grace of God, there's a fish species they want Enterobampus biloxane. I'm the only one bearing it for now. When you eat it, it looks like meat. So that's why I'm retrieving your red meat and give you fish. Yes.
Professor of Business. I hereby confer you Professor of Business. Please, let's clap for Prof. That's interesting.
My name is Benson. I'm the lead pastor of the foundation. We raise people that feel they don't have the segment and stages in life.
My name is Pastor. I believe in the Professor.
Low butter. I like that. What aspect of real estate?
Just as I need to the commercial aspects of lots of buildings which we saw next and we have freelance. Then also recently I went into food export, that is processed food, cassava flour, fish. That's what I did.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Praise the Lord. My name is Dr. Akintayo. I've accounted for share for 18 years on environmental. And by the grace of God, I'm the businessman. I run the refinery in the name Local Energy Development Limited. Local refinery is not really producing now, but we lost our president
to profit. Look at who we want. But we're looking for partner to take us far. We have a long property of over 300 acres of land, and we are moving. The American Energy Department has promised to sponsor us, so I believe we will go far. And also other things, the lawyer, and also advocates for people if they have country or cannabis.
Good afternoon, my name is Akintayo. I am an executive assistant to the Autobase Entity, Associate Pastor of the Foundation in the city, and I am a trained therapist. I work with a team where we.
Where's the marker?
Learn emotionally. We help people get free from past wounds and hurts, help them harness their inner strength and their mental wellness so that they can function well in the marketplace and the family. I run a ready-to-wear fashion business that is still growing. It's just started. Thank you so much.
You're a professor of finance. Okay. Finance, not accounting.
So when I moved to my area, when we just picked up an house, I saw there was a gap, and that was the nearest bank to where I live, about 10 kilometers away. So I started the micro finance small business, and then also distribute grades, subjects, so that's what I do. And I also lending.
You're also a lending. Micro lending. Which university do you work for? Oh, so you're a professor at Covenant. But you live in Abeokuta. Oh, you came for the event from Abeokuta. Where in Lagos? Okay, beautiful. Please let me get her contact. I need a professor of finance in my life. Right. So Joshua, get her contact. So, did you see what I did today? And I hope you are doing it in your mind too. As people were introducing, I was itemizing those that had one value or the other to add to me and I can add to them. Did you notice that? Now, how many of you did that? Give me, if you have, okay, how many people did you pick? She's already working on how she will plan their wedding for them. A smart one. Now, there's a formula and I want you to write it. I hope you guys can see the board. Huh? Is it too small or what? Well, you should be using glasses if you can't see it. Okay, but I'll call it HW plus SW plus NW equals to billions. This is the formula to becoming a billionaire. HW stands for hard work. SW stands for smart work. NW stands for network. As an entrepreneur that wants to grow into a big business, you must invest and you must take investment. Please, those of you at the back, come forward so you can see better. You must, of course, be hardworking. I mean, there's no two ways about it. Number two, you must always think of how to, in a smarter. And when we say smart work, we're saying, how can you do it quicker and faster and better with less effort? That's smart work. Now, having done all of that, okay, the last part to becoming a billionaire, and honestly, I wish they taught me this because I'm a church boy who always believe, I don't need any man, I need God. God is able. And that's my background, I mean it. But it took me years to now realize that, your hard work and your smart work can only get you far. In fact, let me put it to you this way. Hard work can make you a millionaire. Smart work can get you your first 100 million. But if you want to be a billionaire, you better add network to it. Without being intentional about meeting those who are also billionaires and striking relationship with them, you will not make your billions. And it has to be strategic meetings. You have to be intentional about it. And the first rule, and I hope all of you got the Billionaire Habit book. I hope all of you got it because it's very important. And I shared about it in the book. You have to get it. One of the major secrets to connecting with billionaires is never ask them for anything. Start by giving. Start by giving. Am I making sense at all? If you start by giving, ultimately, they will give you more than you have given to them. Is this making sense? But if you start by asking, thank God you are a rich man. Thank God, how can you help me? How can you help me? And this is where people miss it. What then ultimately happens is that's also what everybody is saying to them. Everybody else is also begging them, give me something, do something for me, help me with something. That's what everybody is doing for them. So when you just start begging, they categorize you like everybody else. So when I met Dr. Cosmos, it was one of the things I did. I don't need your money, sir. Allow me to serve. And I've been serving till now. And I'm one of the few people that can boast that Dr. Cosmos will come to my office and sit for 2 hours and be asking me things. How many people in this world can do that? But if I had gone, it's way richer than I do. But if I had gone with the attitude of, I'm a small boy, I'm younger, yes, I'm doing, but help me. I have this real estate deal, give me money. I have this other one. If you can give me money, I have this other one. I won't be where I am today. I will learning at all. So first move is assignment today. Make a list of 10 people, and 5 of them must be in this Abeokuta. There are billionaires who live in this Abeokuta. Billionaires in era who live in this Abeokuta. Figure them out and find a way to meet them. One of the places to meet them is the golf course. I've been to your Abeokuta golf, and many of you probably haven't gone. Right? You can easily meet wealthy people at the golf course. You meet them. Right? So get at least 10 new billionaires you want to be close. Now, how do you get closer to that? I've told you. Send them gifts. Do something. You can do their portrait with a letter. I will never beg you for anything, sir. I just want to tap into your what? Your wisdom. Right? And learn and grow. People love, once they know you won't put them on undue pressure. Rich people are willing to share. Right? The issue is when they think, you will start, unloading your own burden as if they don't have. They too, they have their own burden. You have no idea how much money I'm looking for as I'm sitting here. You have no clue. No clue. And these are not small money. There is B in front of each one of them. Okay? So when you come and insult me with your own 100,000 that you need, you see now, it just, because I'm busy thinking of how I will raise my own. And then you're on my neck, sir. If you can just help me 100,000, 500,000. And then unfortunately for people like us, it's not one person doing it. Every day you have 10, you have 20, everybody. It just, sometimes, no matter who you are, it gets at you. So when you then come and say, I'm not asking for money. I just want to learn. I just want to know what you know. I know I can walk my way too. Are we together now? I know I can. If I practice what you practice, me too, I can make it. That's all. And I promise you, you will be shocked watching yourself grow, right, in your very eye. The last time I remember when I was to start a US project, I was really worried. This is going to cost 150 million. I need to raise 45 million of that money. I've never raised such a money within a period of 3 months. And I went to visit Dr. Cosmos. I came to Abeokuta too. I met President Obasanjo. Right? And what I noticed, even Dr. Cosmos did, was to just encourage me, say, I have this project. And that's why you must also work on your self-esteem. Else you will think they are trying to brag. They are trying to encourage you. You think they are bragging. So he obviously would have seen that I was really worried that whether I was going to raise the money or not. And then started telling me, I work on this project. It cost me $120 million. I'm working on this project. And I could sense that he was encouraging me. Right? And of course, I got really much of encouragement. And I left there encouraged that I could raise it. Not by asking him to be one of those who will give me the money. But that if he could be raising the kind of money that he's raising, which is way higher than what me I'm trying to raise, right? I also can raise my own. Are you learning at all? Are we sure? Yes. So have 10 people. They are billionaires. Your job is not, even if you are raising money, they are not the one you should be thinking. Your job is just get courage, get encouragement, study their pattern, study what they are doing, and be encouraged to move in that direction. Did you capture that? Yes, sir. How many of us will do it? And if you live in Abeokuta, try and get at least 5 of them who are in your locality. If you are in UK, try and get, if you just get a multi-millionaire, that's in pounds, that's good. The guy is worth 20 million pounds, 30 million pounds, 50 million pounds. Get connected, right? These things are powerful. You watch it. 5 years from that time, you'll be shocked. You'll be where the guy was when you first met him. He just has a way. Grant Cardone was in the conference I went for, was sitting with someone who was his own mentor. He said the day the man changed his own life was the man gave him his account. In American account, unlike Nigeria, you can just open your account on an app and I can see what's in your account. And the man opened his account and gave him $350 million sitting cash. Grant Cardone said he has never met such a person. And what that experience did to him was life-changing. Because you are seeing somebody having that kind of liquid, though. Right? Today now, the same man is 80. 4 billion cash. Liquid. Trust me, such people, even Dangote is not at that level. Liquid. But like I said, what those kind of mentors do, let me give you this quote, and this will just clarify it for you. A step of a giant is a marathon for a dwarf. Let me say it again. A step of a giant is a marathon for a what? What this does to you when you are listening to the giant steps of mentors, right? It helps your dwarf to start running. Okay? And you will just see natural energy flowing out of you to want to chase your dream and believe there is possibility. Let me put it this way, because we are people of faith. The proof that you have faith for a greater future is your hard work. I'm here to see a man of faith that is not hardworking. I'm here to see one. Because what faith does is to open you up to the fact that God has done his part. He's just waiting for you to do your part. So unusual race starts. You just find yourself pushing harder. Because you are seeing to it that, it's just my part that is left. And whatever it takes, I'm going to what? I'm going to do it. That's what faith does. That's what faith does. That's what faith does. So, summary of step 1. Wealthy mentor or wealthy network. So, you are writing it down. Wealthy network or wealthy mentor. Question: how do you get a mentor? Number 1, you either pay or you serve. It's not free. If you want me to be spending 1 hour with you, by the way, I hope you know that wealthy people are wealthy based on per hour. You can calculate how much and what per hour now. Dangote, if you divide his money per hour, you know how much is worth. So wealthy people would rather give you money than give you their time. They would rather dash you money. So anytime you see a wealthy man spend time with you, you better value it and respect it and honor it. Because that's more important than if he were to give you his money. Are we learning at all? So for them to do that, they won't do it for free. So figure out either how to serve them. To say, okay, I'm going to start working for you here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And don't pay me for it. Now, let me give you a secret of rich people. Rich people hate to owe. They don't like owing people. So when you do one favor for them, they're looking for how to pay you back. So always make sure that they are owing you. That's what I do. Most rich people I know are scared of me. And I'll tell you why they are scared. I do unusual favors and I ask nothing back. They'll say, can we give us your account? Let's pay. I'll say, no, it's free. So they start like, this guy, what is he looking for? The day he will come and collect, may it not be something I cannot pay. So they're practically scared. Right? So they are avoiding me doing favor for them. Are we learning here? Yes, sir. And I do that because I know who they are. They don't want to owe. So I'm always wanting to beat them to. I'll do. So over time, they just get like, how do I pay this guy? And I'm never asking. There are people who have been building the relationship, adding value. For years, 3 years, I've not asked for one thing. 4 years, I've not asked for one thing. 5 years, I've not asked for one thing. But I know that but in my mind, even the privilege of access is enough. Am I making sense at all? Because it does something to my mind. So please don't ever meet someone you want to become your mentor and not offer something. You have something to offer. Stop all this, what will I offer? You have something. I just saw somebody who is a professor of finance now. I mean, okay, I need somebody to fix my finance. Because it's really complex. Real estate finance is extremely complex. And that's why I was asking, is it accounting or finance? Say finance, if it's finance. Okay? I'll mentor you for free. Just be my CFO, and you won't need to pay $20,000 written off. Okay? Am I making sense at all? So that is how to see. But don't say, just a professor, how much is my salary? All these people. There is something you can offer. There's something you can offer. Like she was saying, and she's very right. You are the first professor. First thing, she needs to create social media pages with that title. You know how powerful that title is? They will be looking for all over the world. First professor to Bikini. I don't remember the title, but she knows. Right? First professor of features and right? It's unique to be there. And then you now every day start producing video content, teaching that. Jehovah, you may be the first professor to have 1 million, YouTube subscriber in the whole of Africa. If you take it, it may take you another 2-3 years or 4 years, but trust me, that is a gold mine. Okay? Right? I can mentor in that, but I've not figured out what I need in exchange. But my point is, always think of how do I add value to this person? Don't go with the mindset of who am I? Who am I? I don't have anything. No. You have something. Tap your neighbor and say you have something. You have something. You can offer something. Right? Just think it through. I remember the story I always share whenever I talk about this was that of Daddy Gio. Daddy Gio was preaching one day. He said, my son died. The interpreter kept quiet. He had to repeat it again. I said, my son died. So he said, this son is so dear to me. He said, the last time I was in London, I went to visit him. He was sick in the hospital. And he said, whenever I'm in London, this is my son. From cab to pick me up, to the food I eat, to my laundry. He takes care of everything. He said, in fact, when I went to see him in the hospital, Daddy, I'm so sorry because I'm sick. And wanted to start calling his friends to do what he normally does for me. Now, I will not end that story because the story is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that can you ever believe a daddy Gio, a whole daddy Gio, needed somebody to specialize in transporting him in London, doing laundry in London, knowing the special type of food he needs in London? Can you ever imagine it in your mind? Won't you sit there and say, Daddy G is Daddy Gio, you know. Meanwhile, you don't know that some of these things, even though they know everybody, they want it private. It's not something they can just, you know, a church member, RCCG, Kinikon, no. Am I making sense at all? The itinerary, they want it private. It's not, so sometimes I know in my local church that my pastor will need a driver. We are in Ota. They will announce it in Shagamu. They will not even mention who. There's a urgent needed driver, accommodation available, cook, accommodation available, but I agree. Now, you have a church of over 400,000 people. But it's dangerous to pick from them. Are we learning here? But somebody has disqualified himself from being able to serve someone like that because in his mind, such a person will need that. So, I hope we are picking a lesson from this. Are we sure? Yes, sir. Good. Number 2. Set your 12 months income target. How many of you have it written down? 12 months income target. Anybody have that? What is it? And by the way, it's not private. All this one, you know, teach anybody time for bonus. Stop that nonsense. You have the Holy Ghost. Are you listening to me? Don't tell anybody about your dream. Are you kidding me? If Joseph did not tell people about his dream, how will he enter pit? How will he enter slavery? How will he enter prison? And then, of course, how will he have become a prime minister? Let's stop misinterpreting the scripture. Each failure led him to prime minister. There was no way Joseph would have been a prime minister of Egypt when he's in Canaan. He looked as if he was entering into trouble, but those troubles were leading him to the destiny, ultimately. So all this wrong misinterpretation of scripture, don't tell anybody your dream. It's a lie. You need to tell them. They need to be angry. In their anger, they will say things that will cause you to land into trouble, but that trouble gets you to where you are going faster. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
The proof that God has specified blessing you is intense envy and hatred. The more it increases, the higher the tempo. Ask anybody, and I heard Apostle Lawrence repeat the same thing to me. It was as if Bishop Oedebo was talking. He said the intensity of the hatred they had for him in this town. And how many of them have built something like this? All of them. The more they hate you, the more you grow. So all this wrong misinterpretation, I don't want enemies. You need enemies. Yes. Enemies are the number one marketer of your glory. So don't be scared of this. I don't want to tell people my financial dream. Say it. Then they will mock you. Then God will make you. Come on. I thought somebody is excited. Yes, say it and they will mock you. And God will what? Will make you. I once had a financial target of a project. And I was talking to my colleague because, you know, someone in the committee of fundraising, people have been mocking us over the project. So, yes, we couldn't achieve the amount we wanted to raise. But we raised something. So I remember now saying to her, I said, how many people in America could raise what I raised in 45 days? Hey! She said, wow! Say, you are right, oh. Say, you are right, oh. All these people talking. $5,000, $10,000, nothing. And are we together now? And you were able to do this. That's true. So stop looking at it the wrong way. So how much is your target?
$100,000.
$100,000 for this year. How much did you do last year? So do we is 30 up? Did you do up to 30? 36. Anybody else? Anybody else who has a written target for this year? Yeah. It must be written. Oh. And by the way, screenshot it to me. You give his number and he will send it to screenshot. Because you must write it. You must. Every year I write myself a check. It's myself. You can mock me, that's your business. Right? So I say I want to do 1 billion. And maybe I'm just giving an example, I did 100 million. And then you are laughing at me. How much did you do? Right? It's my. Are we together now? Dream big. They won't cane you for it. Yes.
So last year was 990,000 per farm.
900.
£96,000. And this year, I put down 250,000 because I think it's going to be more than that.
So this year is how much?
250,000.
Eh? 50,000 pounds. No, your calculation is wrong. Eh? So your target is 2.5 million pounds. You know. So I will take the 2 and we will treat based on this. The first error here is that both of them are not dreaming big enough. Your targets are never meant to be met. They are meant to stretch you. And any target that will not take God to help you is the wrong one. You must set targets that you need God. Even you know that this one. Why many Christians lose faith is because they are not daring big dreams that need God. Are you listening to me now? As you dare bigger dreams, you get closer to God. Because only you. Am I making sense at all? Only you can help me. This thing I know in my own power, I can't achieve this. Does it make sense at all? So what does it do? It stretches you. It stretches you. So now you are stretching. You're stretching. You're stretching. Am I making sense at all? I've never had a year, right, where in our international business we raised $45 million. Yet I wanted to raise it in 3 months. Now I didn't raise it, but guess what? I stretched. I did more than I've ever thought I could do in my life. That's the way it should be. But when you now decide, okay, I'll times 3, I'll times 2, times 10, times 100, times 50. That's the way you want to do it. But for many of you, you don't even have it written. So where do we even start from? So these ones I've tried. They've even written something down. So assignment number what? 2. Write down, right now while you are here, your year target, and it must be minimum 10 times of what you made last year. Minimum. You can go 20, you can go 50, you can go 100. Minimum. And then that's where you now need God. Only you could make it happen. Then go and cry to Him. Yes, sir. Can I get water, please? Yeah. Focus on turnover first, right? It's after you've done turnover over and over again, then you can have 2 columns. Columns for profit and columns for turnover. Because at that point, you kind of, thank you. You now have an idea of at least what kind of profits, you kind of, okay, maybe we normally do 15% profit, normally do 20% profit, normally do 50% profit, right? So based on what has happened over time, you can now fix what exactly is your profit. Are we blessed? Are we sure? Yes, sir. So are we done writing it down? Yes. Everybody has written it down. Yes. Minimum 10 times what you did last year. Minimum. Madam Spa, why are you looking? Have you written yours down? Why? What were you thinking? You run multiple businesses. Write down how much do you want to make this year. Minimum 10 times what you made last year. By the way, I mean business, right? And I don't talk. I'm not maybe because I don't shake when I talk. 10 years from now, minimum 1,000 multi-millionaires in dollars from this ministry. Amen. Right? So take it serious. It's not a joke. You can only be exempted because you don't believe. Right? Because you don't believe. And many of us, like I said, the challenge with most of us who operate in the marketplace, because we don't do shaking and shaking. So you think, okay, but take it serious. Take it serious. Yes, I hope I've answered you. Good. Third assignment. Thank you. Third assignment. Yeah.
I believe that you have a target. That your target is not bringing back the money, it's like an investment. For example, now, maybe you are having a property you want to build. And you have a property you want to build, and you have targeted some amount of money every month on that target. But you know that it's a futuristic one that it will still bring money back to you. But how do you quantify that?
So, first of all, what you do with the money is not what we are talking about here. It's how much comes to you. That's the first issue. When you now start making certain volume, we can now, I have one-on-one mentorship where we now start focusing on how do we increase the profits, what do we do with the money. But the first thing is let's make the money first. Am I making sense at all? And the first dream is to increase what we are making. Just like we have said, you as a professor now, I can count right here in my finger 4 ways you can make money from being a professor as a lecturer. But if you can pay, right? But the first thing starts with, I even have a big dream of money outside of my salary, because the problem is salary and you see us even say with pride, me I'm a retiree. It's not a title, man. A job is a title. Me I'm a civil servant, and so what? Me I'm a clinical, and like I said, it's so wrong our approach. It's so wrong. And like I keep saying, can I be honest with us? Can I be? Because I'm scared of church people. You have to pick your words when you're around church people. Because everything is, I reject it in Jesus' name. I have met multi-billionaires. In their 65, 70, they are not even thinking debt. They don't even talk retirement. One of them, he told his son, 65-year-old man, the son, first of all, send him to go and work here. Later, it was now time for him to work directly under him. He looked at his son and said, see this seat. It's my seat. I'm not about to leave it for you. You go and work from junior employee and you work your way up. But this one is for me at 65. If you are eyeing it, you're lower. At 65. Then you see some of us say, I'm a retiree. The rest of my days, we are trusting God. What nonsense are you talking about? When Abraham started life at 75, he started life. I have somebody who is like like a mother, adopted mother for me in London. Right? Mrs. Agbola. She wrote her first book at 80. And I told her, so we have just started. Right? This week now she's going for a photo shoot. She just started life. Life started at 80. Amen? Amen. Oh, amen. And you have a pastor that has a good body. I hope you know. The man is living long ago. Can you believe Apostle is 60? Abba is here for a long time. Long time. So get ready. Yes, ma'am.
Maybe they should not be talking about it. Like someone like me, my age is nothing to me because I know I have a future that is bright. Like for instance, I was telling her that I forgot to mention that I supply cement and sand. I learned it from the projects that we are doing in the church. You know, I was exposed to it. So from there I started doing little things. And still, I am not tired. Really, I'm retired. I am not tired. I've just started life.
Yes.
And that is why I have come here to tell you I want to learn more. I want to invest. What do I do that will make me to be better?
So for me is the challenge I have with meetings like this. You are, let's say, 50 people. If I start telling each of you what you need to do, we will not live here. I don't know that you get the point. Which is why, if you notice in church, I recommended, right, that you need to go to the Stephen Akintayo University if you can pay for it. And if you can't pay for it, go to the YouTube. I've done so many things there. So it's you that will now look at this one and say, this one, Mole Shele. Mole Shele. I mean, many people, you see them tell you they've consumed so many of my YouTube videos. So many. Some people have consumed hundreds of hours, 200s of hours. Because because I don't know you. And like I said, if we now start one-on-one, I may even recommend what may not even be the best for you. But what I can do here is to position you mentally. Right? The first issue is not what to do. The first issue is where we are going. Am I making sense at all? Because part of where we are going will tell you some business cannot even work. Some of you now, when you are introducing yourself, this is not scalable. We talked to you about business that is universal. Am I making sense? So is this one universal? So you are supposed to go back home and start saying, hey, we need to find a way to pause this one. This one can be universal. So how do we, grow this one? Am I making sense at all? Some of you are doing too many things. That's why you are not making progress. At some point, I shut down 20 companies and I focus on real estate. I want to groom this one first. Right? When this one grows big, then I'm back. I used to be tech. We've done over 5,000 websites. Done so many things. Like he was saying that we did bulk SMS sites for him. We've done so many. But I shut everything down. Everything. And then focus on real estate because I knew I needed a financial backup. Then now I'm about going back to tech, which is why you are seeing me saying, okay, if you can do it. And I'm about assembling a whole new set of engineers. And in fact, I'm building a whole community of software programmers where I just encourage them on monetization, on thinking big. And in exchange, many of them will start helping me also to start building some of the softwares we're trying to build. Are we learning here? Yes, are we sure? Yes, so you need to dream big first. When you dream big, then you now start looking and say, which of these businesses can get me here? Right? At some point, you realize this one cannot even get me. So maybe I need to change the business model. Maybe I need to change the course. At that point, that's where you now start needing those one-on-one conversations. Dr. Stephen, I'm doing this, but from what I've learned from you, I've watched all your content. I think this direction is where I need to go. do I shut this down, or what do I do? And then one can start having that customized conversation. I'll soon pause, by the way, to still give you some version of that and take questions from you. And like I said, the kind of question I want is something specific. I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. But I think this and this and this works. Because it still has to come from you. You know you better than me. You know yourself. You know where you, deep down, you are right. Can I say that again? The Bible says there is a spirit in man. The inspiration of the Almighty giveth him understanding. Deep down, you know what you are meant to do. It's there. It's in you. Right? All you need is someone to validate it. It's someone to, guide it. It's someone to encourage it and say, go this route, find this one, push this one. Push. And then some things are also for a season. Some things you just do them for a season. Like Ms. Tony is telling me now, this meaning importation, bulk estimate she learned from us, she doesn't even have the time for it anymore. Now her eye is on real estate. Right? One of the properties she bought from us, maybe total that she paid was 60 million or something. Right, Ms. Tony, is it 60 or something? When you added the total now, about 60. Right? Now, we sell that same 4-bedroom for, I think, how much did you find out, Joshua? 145. So before even getting key to the house, it's more than double. And she's just about getting the key. So those are the kind of conversations we're talking about here. Right? And after testing money from real estate, she's by herself saying, this e-commerce money is not even, real estate gives me the bemo. Right? Are we learning here? So you must be open to those possibilities. But I will take questions. But I want to give us something that sets us mentally. Because many of us, particularly because of the environment we are, it's a limiting environment. Everybody is even hailing you right now. Mommy, you are the highest achiever. Meanwhile, you should not let them carry your head to the top. Don't let them deceive you. Well, anytime people try to raise me, I say, Egbe mini Mark Zuckerberg, efimile. I don't know whether you understand. Mark Zuckerberg, who is now one of the top 5 richest people in the world, is my age bracket. So what have I achieved that you will let us rest? At such a young age, at such a please enjoy, right? Because there are people way bigger. And that's how they kill your dream here. Say, calm down, Madei. But there are people who are probably even younger than me who are way richer. So why must I limit my destiny based on age? Age is a number. And then at some point too, you are not 60. Grandma, everyone don't grandma me. We just started life. Am I making sense at all now? Don't grandma me. Don't give me I still live my life. I'm young. I have dreams. I have goals. I write books. So you have to correct people around you. Because if you don't, they are the ones positioning you for failure. And they have a way of fanning your ego into it. Right? They know that once you are 60, you feel with the elders. So they fan you into that elders. Tell them, Mbanu, I'm Gen Z compliant. Are we together now? I noticed in our company, you see some people, particularly those in their 40s and 50s, when they join us, the way they used to dress. After a few months, more come and repeat, dressing will come and change. Talk about your body. Because we have a lot of young people in my office. So what in Buga was, when they always dress so sharp and you yourself, you gotta change your wardrobe. I don't want that. Are we together? Are we learning at all? So, number 2, write down a check. This is how much I want to make. And like I said, it could be some total of everything, all the businesses, all the salary, include everything. But this is December 31st. Number 3, write that amount on a check. All of you should have a check. So go tonight, you go home, tear one of the check, write that amount on it, December 31st, 2024, and then you write the total amount, you put your name, you sign. Then post it on, what do you see, which wall do you see when you wake up in the morning? Some of you is ceiling, some of you is opposite, some of you sleep sideways. So maybe right side, right? Some of you is wardrobe, paste it there and be seeing it, because that money has to enter your brain before it touch your hand.